All right, what is good, Slam Army? And with the new ranked season, they gave us 3 free brawlers. We got Spike, we got Gale, and we got Tara. And I've been seeing these brawlers played a lot in ranked, and the people who are playing them are not using them properly or not picking them when they should be picked. So I'm gonna be dropping a guide for all 3 brawlers at the same exact time here, and we're gonna hop straight into it, their best builds, how to play them, when not to play them, and just show you when you should draft them inside of rank so you can get the best value of these free good brawlers in Brawl Stars. Hopping straight into our first brawler, the first ever chromatic brawler, we got Gale. All right, now with Spring Ejector, he could jump over walls. You don't want to be using that a lot. You used it only time in heist, and he is not in the heist meta right now, so you want to be using Twister. All right, you want to be using Gale when you're up against assassins or aggressive brawlers. When you know they try to get forward to you, can use Twister, pop it. They can't hit you anymore once the melee like attack kind of brawl like Mortis or Kenji try to get towards you. They can't do anything about it. All right, now with Freezing Snow, it just depends. If you're going up against a tank brawler, you want to be slowing them down. If you're going against like a lot of aggressive brawlers, maybe one good pushback and stun them for 1.25 seconds would do the job. And then I'm just gonna have the damage gear. You could have vision gear on him. There's a lot of gears that you could cook up with this brawler, and you get all of them basically in ranked, especially. And then with hypercharge, he used to have one of the best hypercharges. Now his hypercharge is kind of mid, but you can still make it work. Let's hop straight into his best modes and how you should be playing him. Now hopping straight into it. Now the reason Brawl Stars gave these 3 free brawlers is that people that don't tend to have a lot of brawlers upgrade, they have a better fair opportunity, and I like that Brawl Stars is catering to the free-to-play players or just people with lesser brawlers and that are new to ranked. All right, so if you want to be playing Gale, you could play him mid, you could play him right or left lane, but then you want to be playing him against in a mode like Gem Grab, where he could get some value from like just slowing enemies repeatedly. Even though my teammates are getting cooked right now, slowing enemies repeatedly and just being a pester to tank brawls like Buster, and then even going up all the way on the map. Yup, and then we're gonna just slow him down so it's harder for him to basically escape here. Now they have a Pearl that's doing all the work for them. I just spammed out a couple of shots, slowed her down basically so she can't just keep dominating how she is. We got a hypercharge bow over there on the left hand side, which is kind of rough, not going to lie, but our Tara is on the left hand side with super. The Buster can't get towards me. I'm gonna push him all the way back here, and then I'm gonna keep them all on left side. It should be pretty good. As long as my teammates are willing to push up with me, we should be in a better position, but it does not look like that at all. I'm gonna get, oh my goodness, okay, so I thought the Pearl did not know I was in the bush, and then my teammates are getting folded. All right, so it's not really looking good for us at all here. Tara could have tried to use her super. They already have mines set up everywhere, so overall Gale isn't the best brawler inside of Brawl Stars right now, and especially in drafting situation, you want to be picking him against tanks. You want to be picking him against aggressive brawlers. We just didn't have the best of teammates there. We didn't get any super or any like help on lane, so you definitely want to be picking another brawler. But if you have no brawlers to go and you really can't do anything, then I guess you'd have to be forced to pick Gale. Next up, we have Tara. Now, Tara is the best out of these 3 brawlers and the one I definitely would get the most usage out of, especially in ranked. Now, she's best using her support from beyond, where she spams out 3 spawnables. If you're in a really bushy map and then you have a lot of enemies that you're going up against with pair shots, you could use to psychic enhance her. And then she's really critical, really good on bushy maps with the vision gear. She's really good with her pet power epic gear. Not much brawlers have this, so it just makes her spawnables 25% stronger. Now you want to be using healing shade just to get the value of healing, because people tend to destroy her black portal star power a little bit too quickly. And then with one of the best supers, and the best super out of the bunch of the 3 brawlers, but one of the best supers in the game, she has a super that can pull people in with her hypercharge super massive. She could take game-changing games and make it in her favor. And obviously, you guys should know you should be playing her inside the gem grab. Just do not first pick a Tara, because it's really easy to counter her. You want to be the second, third picking her, especially when the enemies aren't picking a lot of brawlers with a lot of pairs, basically brawlers who could hit through her spawnables and still hit you. It get rid of them really quickly. And if you're going up against like a meeple, you do very, very well with the Tara. Let's hop straight into the gameplay. Hopping straight into it. Now, Tara is not like Gale. You want to be playing Tara left and right side lanes. So you want to be playing her on the left or you want to be playing on the right. She can't be played in the mid lane. She's just not that good of a brawler to be played. She's not a mid lane brawler. All right, I'm going to be on the right hand side here. We're going up against a Sam. We're going up against a Bo. And we're going up against a Leon. All right, so I'm going to be trying to keep my range. I'm going to spawn these out. Get a nice pickup, nice value from fighting that Sam. And I'm super close to my super basically here. So if I go down, it's fine. But I managed to get a nice pickup kill. All right, now you definitely want to be using Tara super when you could pull 2 or more enemies. You do not want to be solo pulling someone unless obviously if they have all the gems, then you could do that. I get sneaked up on here by the Leon, which is definitely fine. I'm pretty sure I got my hypercharge quickly as possible, so that's what you want to really be doing. And now we're winning. We have 7 of the mines, so I'm just gonna be chilling around. Well, I'm not sure where the Leon is right now, but all right, so I see the Bow. I see everyone else. I'm gonna throw right here. I missed. So you don't want to be doing that. You do not want to be doing that in a pro guide. You don't want to be missing like that. But just the area control that they just forced them to back up. They really can't do anything. The Leon was trying to lane us, so it really just took them out of there. Nothing much they can do. The Sam is pretty much lost. I'm gonna drop it down again. Finally get a nice pull. And with that being said, we're just gonna dominate. And just like that, you could win games with Tara. And you could definitely do it in rank, especially in the lower ranks. You could get easily to like legendary rank, and I still get the play of the game even though I missed my hypercharge. I go 3-on-1, I get the most damage, so really solid game from us. Let's hop straight into the last brawler. Hopping straight into Spike. All right, now Spike, you want to be using life plant. It just keeps him alive. Just gets him from certain projectiles from not getting hit by it. You want to be using you could use shield because you could get a lot of value. He's not the most tankiest brawler. He's pretty squishy. Sticky spikes as well. He has one of the few mythic gears inside the game. Spike slows down 30% more effectively when you in his super, so it just confirms a lot of depth for him, which is pretty solid in my opinion. So you definitely want to be using damage as well because he is the squishiest brawler, so he's gonna have the damage gear taking a lot of the times here. And then curveball, you want to be using curveball, so you can just basically no skillet. You throw out a lot of shots, you get a lot of value from it. And one of the best and earliest hypercharges. Now it's not really one of the strongest, and Spike is not really in the meta right now. But with that being said, it's 20% larger projectile, and it just helps confirm a lot of kills, and the stat boost of damage is absolutely insane. Now, hopping straight into our last brawl, we got Spike. Now, if you want to be playing him in ranked, especially, you want to be playing him in a mode like Brawl Ball, especially in a smaller Brawl Ball map. This is definitely one of the bigger and open space ones, but he can actually cook here as long as you're versing, medium range brawlers. You should be fine. He just deals a lot of damage. That should be your goal. He's a damage dealer. He's one of the best damage dealers in the early stages of Brawl Stars, and with that we get a nice and easy goal just like that. All right, so you want to be focusing on just dealing damage for your team, and then your team should be able to get free and easy goals. I'm gonna throw a super right there. I know the Lily might be invisible though. Okay, she's not invisible. I'm not sure what she's doing. She's gonna try to make a play. I'm getting a nice damage on them, and then we're gonna be backing up, reversing the Kenji. So we don't want to walk up in the Kenji. We want to be keeping our our space, but we get a nice amount of damage on him. We could just spam out a lot of these. The only thing lacking is obviously, look at that, the curves. Your curve ball just goes crazy. All right, letting out a lot of shots, and that just equals victory royale. All right, so hopefully this little 3 brawler guide help you guys all out a lot, because I see a lot of times they're picking brawlers, first picking Tara, first picking Gale, first picking Spike, and they don't know what to do with the brawler. They're picking them on the wrong modes. They're playing with the wrong builds. They're just doing a lot of foolishness, and I just want to help out and just show you guys how to at least play them at a little bit of a higher level. And with that being said, make sure to like, subscribe, join the Slam Army. We're out of here.